Very well, let's move on to the settings of a upscaled image. I told you that when you upscale an image, there is some new setting for you. And we're going to talk about it next session and other sessions to come. At first, let's move on to the first upscale subtle and upscale creative. Let's test all of them and tell you the features. But before that, let me show you the picture in the browser, so that we can get somehow do a little comparison. So let me go back to Discord. I told you we've got two options: upscale, subtle, and creative. Right, the two subtle and creative in 6 version of were actually introduced in version 6. And they both offer some benefits. At first, let's move on to upscale subtle and see how it changes the picture. Right, this is the picture. By looking at it, the very first time I can see that the quality, the resolution of this picture is better, higher. So let's compare the two images. Right. You see, as you see, it is completely evident that if I zoom it in a little, we see that the resolution of this image does not allow us to zoom more than this much. But if I go to, you see, I can zoom in much more, and the resolution is much higher now, isn't it? Now, this option actually, let's say, upscales the image with more details and with higher resolution. Everything about the image. But the thing is, the main structure of the image is reserved to an extent. And this option is suitable when we want a higher resolution without changing our image a lot. So this is subtle upscale. Let's go back to Discord and go to upscale creative. Right. I'm going to click on it and wait for it to say what the output will be. Right, this is the generation, and I'm going to open it in browser. Let's check it out together. Let's see how different it is. Right, you see, this picture, according to the subtle one, let's say, has changed some of the details. For example, that part of this part of the image, as you see, there are a few changes, right? Or for example, that cushion on the sofa, or the picture, the form of the picture, or the wall itself as well. You see that there are like small details changed. So creative, except for let's say upscaling the resolution, also upscales some of the changes, so you might find the output rather different. So in some cases, it can also add new elements to the image or regenerate some parts of the picture with more attention. How can we, or where can we use this option when we want to have a creative image and more changes? We go with this. So let's recap one more time. I told you that the image we upscale is divided into 2 parts, subtle or creative. If our image has important details, specific details if you will, and if you don't want it to change a lot, we need to use subtle. But if you want MidJourney to aid us with more creativity in changing the details, creativity will be a better option. So this is the difference between subtle and creative in upscale. I mean, when we have a image and we want to upscale it to for it to have higher resolutions, subtle does not change the details, but the resolution is still high. But in creative, besides increasing the let's say resolution, some of the details might change by MidJourney. So this is everything about this episode. Have a good one.